Would you kindly join me for another episode of BioShock? This is Jewel Smith playing BioShock the Collection. We are in Atlas's headquarters in the top floor of the Hestia district of Apollo Square. I believe there is a camera over here. A security camera of some kind. Yep, there it is. And it's sensing me the second I get around the corner. Alright, well, what can we do here? Could shoot it. That will take care of it. Oh, there's stairs here. Ah, an e-pipo, okay. Right. We shot her in the previous episode. What's this? Ooh, incendiary bolts, huh? Cool. Oh, can I get that one? Excellent. Can I get in here? To all of these? Is there some way in? Oh man. I wonder if I can use the power of my mind or if there's... Oh shit. Goddamn splicers. That Big Daddy shouldn't be a problem, so long as I don't piss him off. Well, let's see if I can use the power of my mind to pick up anything in here. Because he's not protecting a little sister, so he's not going to aggro on me. Oh, I can't carry any more of that, huh? That's a bummer. Quite an arsenal he had, isn't it? Kind of like the arsenal that that Rose has in Fallout 4. That red rocket. Alright, I don't think we can carry any more machine gun. Is there anything else in there? I don't see anything else. Alright. Back to Winter Blast.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you said.
Now actually, the shotgun hasn't been working as well for me as the crossbow. Even though it's fully upgraded. Okay.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
Where is he? He sounds like he's over there, but you can never tell in this game. The sound mixing is kind of off, or whatever they call it. I don't know what you call it when you know, the way the sounds are in the game.
playing for the long one. Atlas is the longest con of all. Ryan wanted Frank Fontaine dead. I just gave him what he wanted. As Atlas, I got a new face, a clean record, and a fresh start. Now, it's time to take back Rapture.
I'll be so pleased.
Oh, Mrs. McClintock! What are you doing here? Let me just turn this off.
Uh-oh. Focused hacker. Okay. When you have to hack the most delicate systems out there, only Focused Hacker 2 from HackSmart can ensure your safety from overloads. Okay. 4 fewer overload tiles when hacking. Well, I haven't really been hacking too much. I've been using the automatic hack tools. I think this is the hole we saw in the ceiling. Remember those guys down there who jumped up and tried to ambush me? Alright, so we were just listening to a recording of Frank Fontaine. And he had the mobster accent, and then when Diane McClintock walked in, he switched over to his fine Irish accent that he was doing as Atlas. Today's raid, huh? Diane McClintock, yeah, it must be her there.
We snagged 31 rounds of buckshot, 4 frag grenades, a shotgun, and 34 atom. We lost McGee, Epstein, and Vallette. We got one of those goddamn big daddies in the bargain, though. It was something awful they had to do to that little girl to get the atom, but we didn't start this thing. Ryan did. I can't wait to tell Atlas. He'll be so pleased.
Alright, yeah, I think that's her. Even though this has got a dark bobbed haircut, and the picture there in the corner looked like she was a blonde with longer hair, but okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to use an auto hack tool to get into the safe. Well, that's some money. Yeah, sure. Electric buck and a brass tube. Excellent. Yeah, I guess he decided to offer. I don't know why. Maybe because she walked in on him doing that recording or whatever. Alright, I think we've searched all around here. What's over here? Ooh, some goodies. Can't carry any more glue. Yeah.
And what did it get me, huh?
Is there another splicer upstairs? Probably. Alright, so there's a power to the people weapon upgrade station down here. Oh, is he coming down the stairs? No, okay. Sounds like he is, doesn't
His
it?
light shineth even down here in the murk. Mother,
Weird. Okay,
tells me so.
I'm just gonna use this. Alright. What do we got? Not much left. I've been upgrading everything. We can upgrade our pistol. I might as well go for the machine gun, kickback reduction. Because I just don't use the pistol that much. No, I'm not using the machine gun much either, but we might as well. Alright, trophy earned. 5 fully upgraded weapons.
His light shineth even down here in the murk.
Alright, I think there was one more spot to investigate here.
Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible.
There was a hole in the floor on the other side that we could jump through. So I'm gonna go do that.
observe all his commandments. Observe all his commandments. Observe all his commandments. I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say.
Oh, he's down there. Okay.
Hold it! Where is he?
Yeah, we were in here in the last episode. See, and there's this hole on the floor. Yeah, can't carry any more pistol rounds.
I didn't take that!
Just take a picture of him. What is he? Just a thuggish splicer. Just a regular old thuggish splicer, huh?
We have turned away from your light.
What was that? It looked like there was something else. Napalm. Can't carry any of that. Where's the dude I just shot? Can I loot him? I think I blew him to bits because I froze him first. I thought I saw something else here. Oh, maybe that's it. First aid kit. Oh, man. There's 2 first aid kits in the water here. But I don't need them. Oh man, 2 first aid kits. Alright. I gotta crawl out the window, I guess, to get out of here. Okay, now I think we have officially searched through everything. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to fall here, and I'm going to have to use a first aid kit. But I've got 9, so I can't come back in here and grab them. Dang it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it didn't hurt me too much. Just eat some potato chips next time I find them. Alright, what was I saying? We had already looked through everything here. Alright, we have thoroughly searched Hestia. So now we need to go back to the bathysphere station. Yes, let's do it.
Even miles I'll do what you say. They are weak, but he is strong.
You jerk.
I traded you, O Lord, for mammon. And what did it get? Huh?
Alright, let's check out the vending machine.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Yeah, we're full up on health kits. Alright, now I think there's an automatic hack tool down in the boiler room that we could grab. I wasn't able to pick it up before, but I'm going to go ahead and make this one because I can. Exploding buck. I think I'm full up on that. I don't remember. Heat-seeking RPGs. I could probably use some of those. What? Oh, come on. I just used one on the safe upstairs. I should have a slot for one. Oh, it says I still have 5. I must have picked some up somewhere. That's weird. Is that weird? Am I losing my mind? I just used one on the safe in Atlas's office. Did I find another one? Maybe I did and I didn't realize it. Okay, well, that was a waste. That was a total waste. Oh well. Alright, down into the bathysphere station. Is this guy gonna be alive or dead?
Chips on Mother Goose. It's not like you never been double-crossed before. You know what I'm saying? Hoof it to Point Prometheus. We'll discuss this like men. You, me, a submarine topside, and more at him than you can possibly imagine.
Anything in here? Oh, a corpse. News vendor. Oh.
Give me the pop!
She's just living down here, huh? Oh, looky there! A film reel! Another director's commentary film reel. Well, let's see how much time we have left. Yeah, I think we have enough time to watch this. They usually take about 15 minutes. And I don't want to, I can only save up to an hour's worth of gameplay at a time, otherwise I start losing what happened at the beginning of the episode. But I think we have enough time to watch this. So let's do it. There's usually some spoilers. Yeah, a spoiler warning. The commentary contains in-depth discussion of plot details. So if you don't want to hear that, feel free to skip ahead.
Iconic and haunting, the Big Daddy and Little Sisters of BioShock immediately captivated the public's imagination. Big Daddy encounters defined the BioShock experience, creating new mechanics and techniques that had not been seen before in gaming. So Big Daddy, Little Sister, such an iconic moment or series of moments in this game. I'm fascinated about how that got layered in, because we talked a lot about the setting and the tone. That is still, to me, a mechanic that I remember was very unique about, choosing to engage the Big Daddy and being a fight that is going to be very aggressive and different than a traditional boss fight. I know you had an idea, Ken, of sort of 3 different types of AIs interacting in the same world.
Yeah, we were sort of like I was trying to think of like AIs you hadn't seen before, and This is still pretty early. Like 10 years ago, a lot's changed in 10 years. So like AIs were still pretty much enemies who saw you and came after you.
Zigzag, shoot.
Yep, and then that was really the focus, is how you make them, use AI better at you, so I started thinking about, are there more primal behaviors to think about? And I was watching a nature show one day, these typical nature shows, and it's like observe the mother tiger taking care of her young, one of those kind of things. And I realized that we don't even need a narrator on those shows. We understand certain behaviors just by looking at them. They're very primal, like somebody protecting their young, the predator-prey behavior. Those things were you don't need dialogue for that. And AIs at that point, we didn't have the ability to do a lot of sort of, smart AI. Yeah. So I said, well, what if their behaviors are just very primal, and we can model those behaviors? So aggro rules is something we knew we can model, right? How does an AI aggro on you? What are the rules for that? Could they make a aggression display rather than just attack? And can another character appear afraid and hide behind the skirts of another character? And we started talking about these things, and the Big Daddy became very quickly, the actual form of the Big Daddy became very quickly as sort of this protector creature. The little sister took a lot longer, ironically, even though it's a much simpler notion in a lot of ways. The initial idea came out of sort of watching a nature show, and we're trying to work within our constraints of we couldn't make super complex AIs.
Because when we first got the system up and running, this is before the play test, we weren't really thinking about player facing these things. And we had this entire system set up that completely simulated what would happen, and you'd play through the vertical slice and you walk into a room and everybody's dead because the system would work perfectly. And
Right.
you weren't there to see the fight. Yeah.
And we track they weren't called Little Sisters at the time, but we track how much they were harvesting, and it was all like a Command and Conquer level simulation.
Yeah.
And players didn't care or notice.
Yep.
And so we just abandoned all that stuff.
Yeah, so that took us a step towards, how do we present this to the player, then how do we make the gatherers, which we called them at the time before Little Sister design came on, like how do we make them empathetic towards the player, how do we make the player want to engage with that, because at the time they were just slugs.
Right.
So which is
That's
a horrible
right,
design.
Originally were slugs, right?
Yeah.
Not actually.
Which is a horrible design in so many ways, because you don't care about slugs, and they're also on the ground, so you don't see them. They're not like at eye level, and they're dark. So
but you still have the trailer had like the same, or not the trailer, the demo, or prototype we did. So had the Big Daddy sort of like interacting with the little slug.
And the slugs crawl around the Big Daddy? Or
no, it's this awful little mesh.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a little beetle, sort of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And they were protecting.
And they had
protecting the beetles.
The beetles? What?
And
the
it
Big
was
Daddies
so
had two drills. They didn't have a hand, so there's no way they could
It's just fascinating me because like the Little Sister, it's like there's such humanity in it, which you really connect with.
Which seems like
you would think that would be the obvious thing.
Yeah.
We're not very smart.
The idea of sort of choosing to engage the Big Daddy. I mean, when I was first time I played the game, that was always profound. It makes you sort of sit there and like, am I ready for this? And your choice to sort of like, the kind of opposite of stealth, like when you want to be discovered. Was that always the mechanic with the Big Daddy?
Yeah, the idea was that they would have very particular rules about engaging with you that were entirely dependent on how the threat level towards, not them, towards their creature they were protecting.
Yeah, that was set, and then as you worked through it, I'm sure there were conversations about how difficult do we make these fights and sort of the balancing of that, and even, with the game, you don't start off with a Big Daddy fight. It's a little ways into the game until you actually get to that. So that was sure debated.
You actually encounter the notion of Big Daddy and Little Sister many times before you actually are freed into an arena where you can actually fight them. You see them
sneaking out, pipes.
You see them. You see them walking down a hall. The first time you see Little Sister, she's harvesting, and then you see the Big Daddy come and protect her. And we realized it was 4 or 5 sequences we had to do to set the stage for these characters. And look, we were hoping they'd be iconic and people would respond to the way they did, because we certainly spent energy on them with the expectation that they'd have an impact that we really just as easily could have turned out that nobody cared.
I think the actual very first time, and not a lot of people see it. There's a little sister in the vent in Kashmir restaurant that if you're looking in the right direction at the right time, you'll see her looking at you, and then she'll
just
disappear
her
into
eyes,
the vent.
though,
Just the eyes,
No,
right?
it's the actual mesh.
Is it the mesh?
Because it was easier to do that.
Right.
Than new eyes, but yeah.
No! 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 Thank you.
The path of the righteous is not always easy.
The thing as you play through the game, I think the moments with those sort of encounters certainly stand out to the player. For you guys, as you were developing it, was there a debate about how often to sort of have those encounters? Like, like how many Big Daddies would there be? How would that play out? I mean, was that something that sort of changed as you?
No, I think we decided there would be 3. I think it was 3 per level.
So 3 and 2 in smaller levels. We did have a third Big Daddy that was mostly finished, but we couldn't make it fun. Like that last 10% of an AI is always like, where's the fun? Like, how do you really make
They
it
put it into.
functionality?
I think they put it into BioShock 2, didn't they?
They might have, yeah.
They might have. I don't know.
But it was fully rigged, fully animated, but we just didn't have the time we needed to really, really polish it. So we ended up shipping with the bouncer and Rosie.
Hunting the Big Daddy, that demo was a huge moment, I think, in the game's kind of marketing campaign. And that really, I think, sold the tension of that battle. When you showed that, did the entire game feel like that, or was that really more of just like a vertical slice of what you wanted the game to feel like?
That at that point was more what we wanted to feel like, because the Big Daddy was still had a lot of problems at that point. But we were confident we could do that. Like, we wanted to make sure that was an experience we could deliver on. And it was like it functioned, but it would do really weird things. Like, it had this tendency at the time to, if you did the wrong thing, that it would turn into basically a super ball and start like a tiny little super ball. The Big Daddy would go, turn to a super ball and start bouncing or off the ceiling and walls like a million miles an hour. Do you remember why you did that, or what was going on?
I'm sure it was some physics bug that
And so that actually happened. Sometimes we were doing the demo, and Joe Falstick, who was the guy running the demo with me in Barcelona, was very good at making sure that he turned away from the Big Daddy. Like, oh yeah, I guess we killed the Big Daddy. He must be dying over there. But so all things were functional, but they weren't really. They didn't have all their bells and whistles on yet. It was really good for us because it sort of gave us some confidence that people would respond to just the notion of watching Little Sister and biding your time and choosing your moment.
Well, it gave us confidence, but also gave us a tool that the development team as a whole could gather around and say, we want to make it like this. Like, yes, a lot of elements in that demo were scripted, but they provided a framework for us to go back and how do we make that so it's not scripted? How do we make this robust enough so that the player can actually use these systems?
Yep.
So it was something that we could point to and say, all right, how are we going to do this? Like, let's break it down and let's figure it out.
And that was like in September, and actually the game was done in February, March, so we weren't that far off.
Yeah.
We were a lot went into it in those final months, but it was a big confidence boost for us because we thought it was the most important thing about the game, besides the world, was this sort of Big Daddy, Little Sister concept. And if people didn't care about it, it would have been a problem for us because we spent a lot of time on it.
All right, so there we go. Director's commentary from the Apollo station level. Or Apollo, isn't that what it's called? Go to Point Prometheus. Yeah, Apollo Square, that's what it's called, Apollo Square. Alright, well, I guess we're out of here then. There's the bathysphere. Alright, so now we're supposed to go to Point Prometheus. I guess if we wanted to, we could go to these other locations. Yes? No? I can go back to Hephaestus. That's all I can do. It's not letting me go over anywhere else. Okay. Alright, Point Prometheus it is. And on we go. I don't think I've saved in a while, but I think there's an autosave that happens here. There's usually an autosave when we switch levels. And I think there's only 2 or 3 more levels left in the game.
Alright. You looking to slug it out? I'm game. But I got all the atom in the city.
Oh, jeez.
And I ain't shy about using it. Now, I'm Jake to take her out for a spin.
What is this you wait for? Go and get this idiot!
Oh boy. Find Fontaine. Was that Fontaine that we just saw? Chucking that big crap, whatever the heck. Ooh, this is terribly epic. I don't know what's going on here. My normal method is to go carefully. Okay, so that doesn't put out fire, huh?
I don't even want to see him walking.
Can I hack it? It's not letting me hack it. Anything in here? Gene Bank. No, I think I've got everything equipped that I need to have equipped, but let's double check just in case. Freezing plasmid, decoy plasmid, security bullseye. What would I put instead? I'll leave it security bullseye. What the hell? Big Daddy and telekinesis. Yep, those are my handy dandy plasmids. Yeah, I think everything's exactly the way I want it. What's going on in here?
Get in now. Stuff to you and Frau Kraut. You keep on coming, and Rapture's a fish tank.
Was that him?
Shy! You let him get away. Oh, I need a moment for thinking. Of course. This will be no problem. Find a Big Daddy and search his body. I would suggest you to be finding a dead one.
Okay, search a Big Daddy corpse. Oh. So has Frank Fontaine been splicing himself up? And now he's super strong and powerful, and oh look, there's a glowing Big Daddy corpse right there. Okay, and what am I searching for? Suit control system.
You see the suit control system? So good, get it. That is step 1 of turning you into one of those disgusting Big Daddies.
Why do I need to be turned
The only
into
way
a
to
Big
get
Daddy?
through that door Fontaine went through is to have a little one open it for you. They will only trust you if you look like, sound like, and even smell like one of those big stinking brutes.
I see. Okay. So what do we do next? What's the next step here? Become a Big Daddy. Alright. We're in the atrium. There's a whole bunch more of this level. Let's look at the goal info. Fontaine is hidden in the Big Daddy training grounds. You'll need to become a Big Daddy yourself in order to pursue him. Search the nearby labs for what you'll need. Okay. Little Wonders Educational Facility? Little Wonders Educational Facility. Alright. Oh boy.
Where do you think you're going? You need to become a big daddy before you are able to draw out the little one.
So I can't go in there yet.
What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on
That's the door I can't get through.
labor?
Fail-safe armored escorts, huh?
No.
And this is optimized eugenics.
Out.
Alright, I kind of ran in here sort of quick, so let's make sure I didn't miss anything when I came in. No, alright. Main hall. Alright, well let's start on this side then. Optimized eugenics. Go, my pretty bees. Go get the bad man. Alright. This is so pretty. Overlooking this atrium library thing here, whatever this is. This is really cool. Oh, what's up there? Let's grab it with the power of my mind. Oh, first aid kit. Thank you very much. And sharks out there. Oh, and a fossil. Well, let's go back to the bees. The bees seem to be useful. Oh. I don't think the bees are going to help against those things, however. Can I get them to fight each other? If I throw a, can I throw a security thing on them? Genetic modification library, huh?
What's there?
Oh, that didn't help. Not working. Can I hack it? Oh, I might as well hack it and have a friend with me to help. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I meant to auto hack it. I am so dead now. What are all those narrow? Oh, it means it speeds them up. I'm so dead. I'm gonna get fried. That's not good. Yeah, I got fried. Oh well. Pushed the wrong button. Zigged when I should have zagged. Is there anything I can look at in the bookshelves? I don't know why, I was just curious. Is there anything in the bookshelves? No? Okay. Let's look them up. Oh, that's where we are, huh? Okay.
The parasite hates three things: free markets, free will,
Optimized
and free man.
eugenics. Oh, there's a circus of values here.
Welcome to the circus of value!
I'll get one of those. I'll get some of these. I don't really seem to have a goal. Like, I don't have an end goal that's telling me where I need to go. I guess I just gotta wander around till I find something that looks like I need it.
Here is where you'll be finding the voice.
Oh, okay.
Sound like one of those big daddies. Repulsive creatures.
Okay. Oh shit. I could hack it and have it help me take care of any splicers that happen to come through here, but I don't think it's worth wasting a hack tool on. Uh-oh. I can't get in there unless I zap it, and I don't have zapper equipped, huh? Okay, well maybe there'll be a gene bank. I think we already passed a gene bank when we came in. Back here, yeah, there it is. Well, maybe there'll be one in here somewhere. And we'll come back to that. Jeez, what is going on in this place? Test subject storage. Go bees, go! Go get 'em! Oh, look at all that money laying behind the trash can. What the heck? What is this thing? Just some kind of monitor? Machine gun rounds. Yep, this guy died. Pick up his machine gun, grab that first aid kit. Alright, you guys, my alarm just went off, which is telling me that I have been playing for 45 minutes. Ooh, incendiary bolts. I cannot carry anymore, huh? Well, let's switch to the incendiary bolts then. So I'm going to say thank you for hanging out with me. Hope you're having a good time. If you are, please leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. And join me for the next exciting episode of BioShock. Take care of yourselves.